Get ready to stream these before it's too late. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 releases coming to and leaving Netflix in February 2018. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at some of the great titles that will no longer be available on Netflix by the end of the month, and the awesome things replacing them. Number 5. Top Gear, leaving February 1st, 2018.
Have you also noticed that when he fills his car up, he stands like a teapot?
We hope you've already taken the time to binge this British show, because as of February 1st, you're gonna have to find it somewhere other than Netflix. Top Gear is a show that started out on the BBC in the UK, but in more recent years had found itself with an international following. Its informative content, as well as its cheeky tone, are what made it a hit with viewers worldwide.
When you thumped around the track in an old Diablo, it was like bull running in Pamplona, whereas this is more like walking through a field of cows.
Whether your favorite segment was car reviews, power laps, star in a reasonably priced car, the cool wall, the challenges, or the races, there was truly something for everyone on this program. Or at least every car lover.
And on that bombshell, good night.
Number 5. Altered Carbon, coming February 2nd, 2018. Sci-fi lovers rejoice because there's something new about to be made available for streaming. Based on Richard K. Morgan's book of the same name, Altered Carbon takes place 500 years in the future and uses a cyberpunk aesthetic.
You are the property of Bancroft Industries. You've been provided with this body.
In the story, humans have developed a technology that allows them to download their consciousness into new bodies, rendering death trivial, at least for those who can afford the procedure. Starring Joel Kinnaman, who more than proved his acting chops on The Killing. The first season will be comprised of 10 episodes, and it's hitting Netflix on February 2nd. Number 4. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning, leaving February 3rd, 2018.
He's so beautiful.
That's the ugliest thing I ever saw.
If you want to get your scream on, you'd better do it before February 3rd, when the prequel, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning, leaves Netflix. If you were in high school in the early aughts, you probably watched 2003's The Texas Chainsaw Massacre in somebody's basement and had to deal with the ensuing nightmares for months. This movie is set 4 years before that reboot takes place and tells the story that leads up to the events that fans were already familiar with. Just make sure to watch with the lights on.
You just keep sweet-talking me, Dumpling.
Number 4. The Ocean's 11 franchise, coming February 1st, 2018.
Pay me my money!
Well, I'm sure my people will be
In cash.
Considering the upcoming release of Ocean's 8, the all-female spin-off of the Ocean's trilogy, you can expect to see a resurgence in the popularity of the original series in the coming months. Lucky for you, all 3 movies will be available on Netflix as of February 1st. They're the perfect lighthearted heist movies for a weekend marathon, and also a no-brainer to watch before the new film hits theaters on June 8th. The first film is probably the most beloved, but even Ocean's 12 and Ocean's 13 are pretty fun rides.
You of all people should know, Terry. In your hotel, there's always someone watching.
Number 3. Burn Notice, leaving February 15th, 2018.
No, he doesn't deserve to be called a gangster. Anyone who attacks a 15-year-old is a pervert.
You've got half of February to binge watch all 7 seasons of this spy show, which aired between 2007 and 2013 and leaves Netflix on February 15th. Burn Notice follows Michael Weston, an ex-spy who was given a burn notice, which is essentially the spy version of a pink slip.
Do it right, and you have the makings of a very big...
He's left with nothing, and is subsequently forced to take up his own operations if he wants to stay in the game. With a quirky cast of characters around him, this show never stops being fun to watch.
Come back to the office with me. Get some yogurt.
Number 3. Kill Bill Volumes 1 and 2, coming February 1st, 2018.
Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids.
Tarantino fans are getting their wish because 2 of the auteur's most awesome movies are going to be ready to stream as of the beginning of February. Both volumes of Kill Bill are hitting Netflix on the 1st, so get ready for some ass-kicking girl power action. If you've somehow missed out on these 2 epic martial arts films, put the date on your calendar, because whether you're into action movies or not, these are can't-miss titles. If you don't trust us, listen to the reviewer who called it, quote, a blood-soaked Valentine to movies.
And when I arrive at my destination, I am gonna kill Bill.
Number 2, The Nightmare Before Christmas, leaving February 1st, 2018.
Great Halloween, everybody!
I believe it was our most horrible yet. Thank you, everyone.
Thank God both Halloween and Christmas just passed, because this stop-motion animated classic is being taken off the streaming services catalog. If Netflix had taken this away from us a few months earlier, there would have been a serious price to pay.
Well, I may as well give them what they want.
How could we possibly get through the holidays without Jack Skellington? Of course, the big question is, do you typically schedule your viewing in October, December, or both?
A longing that I've never known.
Whatever your answer, you'll have to figure out a new way to watch it by the time fall 2018 rolls around. Number 2, Mute, coming February 23rd, 2018. At this point, there's no longer a question that Netflix is capable of producing premium TV to rival even its biggest competitors. But what about its movies? In the past year, the streaming network has tried its hand at film several times, to somewhat mixed results. We can tell they're stepping up their game, however, and one of their new releases for 2018 looks like it's bound to be big. Mute is a sci-fi mystery that follows the adventures of a bartender who doesn't have the ability to speak. It's directed by Duncan Jones, who also made the modern sci-fi classic Moon, so you know it's gonna be good. Number 1, Family Guy, leaving February 14th, 2018.
Oh my God!
Of all the titles leaving Netflix this month, perhaps none is more upsetting than this one. How are we supposed to celebrate Valentine's Day when Family Guy is making its departure on the 14th? You may have noticed that the more recent seasons of the show haven't actually been available for a while. But as of February, even seasons 1 through 7 will disappear.
Hey! Somebody!
We don't always know the reasons why things come and go from the streaming service, but this time we have some additional info. Netflix and Fox didn't actually renew their contract this year, which means Family Guy isn't the only thing we'll see leaving in the coming months.
It's no bother, is it, Lois?
Of course not. It'll be fun.
Number 1, GoodFellas, coming February 1st, 2018.
Look at me. Never rat on your friends, and always keep your mouth shut.
Never rat on your friends, and always keep your mouth shut. Let's end things on a positive note, and take a look at the most anticipated movie coming to Netflix this month. GoodFellas hit theaters nearly 30 years ago, but it's taken the much-loved gangster movie this long to make it onto our favorite streaming service. Whether you're watching it for the first time or the 50th, take the opportunity to catch up with James, Jimmy the Gent Conway, Henry Hill, Tommy DeVito, and the rest of Martin Scorsese's well-crafted characters.
It's gonna be a good summer.
Do you agree with our picks? Check